This one today, if I can say that myself. My son, in fact, is playing hooky from school to meet our first guest. She's an Atlanta local and is part of one of the biggest phenomenons in recent television history. Stranger Things crashed Netflix multiple times. Please welcome the one, the only Calista Craig. Hi, Calista.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. I want to ask you first about the finale because it was New Year's Eve. A lot of theaters in Georgia streamed it, played it live. You were there. What was that experience like for you?
It was so cool to see it all visually come together, you know, because I'd always acted, so being able to really watch it on the full screen was so cool. And the audience, like, their enthusiasm was amazing. Oh, they would always clap at certain parts, and my parts too. No, it was amazing, yeah. And
you joined the show this past season, and we were talking about if you had watched it before, and you were saying, no, I kind of came into it like a lot of people did, binging it. But what a season to be a part of.
Exactly, I know, the final one.
What was the mood like on set from when you started to when you sort of wrapped filming?
Yeah, I mean, when I first started, I really didn't know how much I was going to be in it and how much my character would develop. So, I mean, I just thought I would, you know, be, you know, Holly's friend and 80s girly girl, and then, you know, as I started to realize I would, you know, my character would develop, it was super cool. And then the last day, all together, it was so emotional, but it was just a roller coaster of emotions on the show.
I mean, I can't imagine. I would think it akin to, for someone who doesn't have the experience that you do that way, it's almost like a summer camp, and everybody is just so sad to leave one another.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a sleepaway camp. You're just all together constantly, and then when you have to leave, it's like everyone is just sobbing, crying.
And you were in that final scene, which must have been very cool to see. Did you know you were in the final scene before you actually saw it?
Yeah, I knew like I would say like a week in advance or like a couple days, but I didn't know what the scene was going to be until like the night before.
I know a lot of people are still binging it, so we're not going to give any spoilers away, but let's talk about the cast. Noah Schnapp, Millie Bobby Brown, the Duffer Brothers. What was it like meeting them, and how did your relationships form? Tell me everything.
Yeah, I mean, they were all so amazing. The Duffer Brothers, I could start with them. They were just so open to all of my ideas that I had and everything, you know, that I worked with, especially my Max Z scenes, all the things I had to do. They were just open to any ideas that I had that would help the scene flow. And then, you know, with Millie and Noah, our connection really grew when we started to be on set a lot more. And yeah, all of them were so amazing, and Jamie too.
Jamie, yes, I heard y'all were really close. I feel like that is the sign of any good boss, when they take your feedback and knowing. I mean, they're so accomplished, the Duffer Brothers, and they've created this amazing thing, but they wanted to hear what you had to say and take your input. That's very cool.
They were open everyone's ideas, and I think also they just want the scene to feel really natural and grounded, even if we're you know, running from Demogorgons or anything. I think they just want the scene to really flow. So yeah, they would always, whenever, you know, I would film a scene, they'd always just, you know, go something on the spot and say, like, one time they were like, okay, Calista, this take, we're just gonna have you scream, okay? We're just gonna see it. I was like, okay, all right. And, you know, I don't know if they kept it, but yeah, they were just so open to everything.
What an experience. That's so cool. I know you weren't allowed to tell anyone that you got, what was that like, keeping the secret, and how long did you have to keep that secret?
It was, I don't know, it was probably maybe almost like a year and a half I had to keep it.
Wow.
And all my friends, I mean, in Atlanta, really the only big show that was filming was Stranger Things. That's what everyone knew it by.
Sure.
Yes, when I was at school, everyone would be guessing, and they'd be like, we think you're on Stranger Things. And my poker face is not good, so I would just be like, I don't know, guys. Like, you have to wait and see. But yeah, when I was able to tell everyone, it was about November when the premiere happened in Los Angeles.
I mean, that's an impressive feat in itself, that you were able to keep it to yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty good, Calista.
Yeah.
I know you're still very busy acting, and I know your future is going to be so bright. Tell people what you're doing now. I know you have a movie coming out March 12th.
Yeah, March 13th.
March 13th, yes. Okay, and what is that movie?
It is The Breadwinner. It stars Nate Bargatze and many more. I'm super excited to talk more about it when I can. But it's just a really, you know, natural and grounded film, and I'm so happy to be a part of it.
Oh, that's so neat. Have you always known you wanted to act? How has it evolved for you?
I had always started off with dancing since I was 2. And then I got into singing lessons, and then I was recommended to get into acting lessons. So then I did some theater, but really when I did auditions for on camera, I fell in love with it. And you know, ever since I was little, everyone had told me, like, oh my gosh, you're such a performer. Like, my parents never knew what to do with me. They would I was crazy.
Your dad is with her, so cute, so supportive.
Yeah, but yeah, I loved acting whenever I started. It felt so special to me, and then when I, you know, booked Stranger Things, I was so beyond excited, and yeah.
I mean, we're so happy for you. Please come
Yes.
back
Yes.
and tell us about the breadwinner when you can.
Of course,
and
for
all
sure.
the things you have in the works. But thank you for being here,
Yes,
Calista.
thank you so much.
You can follow Calista on Instagram at Calista_Craig_ and TikTok at Calista.crazy. Such a delight.